Hey guys, and welcome back to Joe's Clinic, the podcast where we break down different health topics and explore how they connect to human development. For today's episode, we're diving into the link between BMI and mental health and how the two can shape adolescent development. I'm sure many of you have heard of BMI before, but just to refresh, BMI or body mass index is a way of estimating body fat based on a person's weight to height ratio. It's widely used because it's simple to calculate and provides a quick snapshot of body composition. But here's the catch: BMI has some major limitations. For example, athletes or people with a lot of muscle mass may be labeled overweight on the BMI scale, even though they're often healthier than the average person. The National Heart, Lung and Blood Institute highlighted this issue back in 2022, showing how BMI can sometimes misrepresent health. And for adolescents who may not fully understand how to interpret these numbers, that misclassification can be especially confusing. Now, body composition and fat percentage don't just affect physical health, they also play a massive role in mental health. Confidence and self esteem are often tied directly to how someone perceives their body, as found by Forster and colleagues in 2023. On top of that, a high BMI might suggest less exercise or a less balanced diet, which can directly impact cognitive functions. Self esteem has always been a huge issue for adolescents, but the rise of social media and modern beauty standards has made it even more intense. In 2024, Chen and colleagues found something really interesting. The relationship between BMI and mental health looks like a U shape. That means people at either extreme, those who are either underweight or overweight, reported worse mental health symptoms than those in the middle. Even more concerning, from 2002 to 2018, the strength of this link has only gotten stronger. In other words, adolescents at the extremes are reporting more mental health challenges over time, likely due to growing pressure from medial and societal standards. In order to explore this topic further, I interviewed a friend of mine who went through similar struggles. Has your BMI ever affected your self esteem?
Yeah, definitely. I think at the start when I first tested my BMI, I was actually considered in the overweight category, which is definitely a shock to me, seeing that I consider myself quite a healthy, active person. Yeah.
How prevalent do you think issues like this are within adolescents?
I think, especially with BMI, seeing that it's quite a very specific number, which doesn't exactly take into account different parts of your body. It can definitely be a big shock to people, especially if they're uneducated within the topics of everything.
Yeah. And how did you combat your self-confidence issues related to BMI?
Really just looking into it further. I think being in that overweight category, you kind of just end up giving up a little bit. But then once you actually look into things, look at how it isn't exactly a very accurate like portrayal of what you actually are. I think it definitely helped a lot. And then also like just looking at myself and knowing that I have a higher muscle mass, which would definitely skew things a little bit, has definitely helped a lot.
Yeah, of course. Well, thank you so much for answering these questions, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Ultimately, the link between BMI and mental health is real, and it's especially important during adolescence, a time when both body and mind are still developing. BMI can be useful, but only as a general guide, not a final verdict on health. If you ever have concerns about your weight, body composition, or mental well-being, it's always best to consult with a doctor or health professional who can give you a fuller, more accurate picture. So the takeaway for today, don't let a single number define you. Health is about balance, understanding, and support, not just what the BMI chart says.